Hello everyone, this is Rachel here, and I wanted to take some time and talk to you about the nodes of the moon. You may have heard of that term before, and you may know that there's a north node and a south node, and they are linked to our karma and our fate this lifetime. They are not planets, they are not celestial bodies, they are actually just mathematical points on your birth chart or in the sky, so to speak, and they represent two separate ideas. So the North Node, in this lifetime anyways, is what you want to work towards. So wherever that's at, those themes, that house that it's in, that sign that it's in, you want to work towards that this lifetime and to fulfill your fate, to fulfill your destiny. So it's often an unfamiliar thing to you, unfamiliar, you're not comfortable moving towards your north node often. You have to work towards it. It doesn't come easy. But the more you work at it, the better you get. And as you age, you may see that you have done a lot of the things and themes and shape-shifting into being more of what your north node represents. Now, your south node is what you bring into this lifetime. It's your karma. It is what's comfortable to you, your emotional responses that may or may not actually be very healthy, can be bad habits that you resort to when, more times than not, let's put it that way. So when these nodes, just like all the planets, they're always moving in time. So we have had them in Taurus and Scorpio since January of 22. And since January of 22, I think you all can agree, we've been seeing the economy look like shit. We've been seeing supply chain issues. We've been seeing our bank accounts fucked, right? So, to be very frank, it's not been an easy year and a half. So as we see them shift into new signs, we might, and hopefully will, see a little bit of relief of those past issues with Taurus. The Taurus axis always has to do with money, security, your values. So, we're going to see that not be as under pressure. We're not going to see our wallets as under pressure. And those who have Taurus and Scorpio in your charts, you may have had more challenges than others as of late in the last year and a half. It's kind of like Saturn almost. The nodes are there to kind of teach you a lesson and to pull you one way or the other to get you moving, get you thinking, and get you changing, because life is a learning lesson and we're just freaking students, right? So as we see Taurus and Scorpio get a little bit of a break, now we're gonna see, and it may not have been all hard things. You might have seen some very fateful events that happened for you that were very lucky, that you felt were like well overdue. So fate isn't always bad, whenever you have the nodes transiting your sun, your moon. So if you have any placements in those signs, the Taurus and Scorpio axis, you can look back maybe over the last year and a half and see that you were affected strongly and seen some big growth or challenging times that made you feel like you didn't grow at all. But when you look back, you're like, holy cow, I did a lot. So Aries and Libra, that is the next axis that these two nodes of the moon are moving into. So we're going to see Aries and Libra themes come about in our world here, hopefully, which I think actually is going to be exciting, because Aries is an exciting sign. So if we're moving towards Aries-like behaviors, we might see some exciting new adventures, some exciting new inventions. The thing about Aries, though, is it's quick, fast, dirty. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac ruled by Mars. Aries isn't always mannered. They go for what they want and they will push you out of their way. They don't care who you are. They're going to get what they want. And I love that about Aries, but it's also it can be a rough placement to have the North Node there. So we are going to see, I think, quick and fast movement and changes during this time that we may or may not be fully prepared for. Aries does deal with the axis. It's the sign of self, the very first sign of the zodiac. It's a selfish sign. Let's put that out there to be very blunt. They are blunt. Aries is not going to wait for anybody else to get out of their way. They're going to just go after it. So we might see those themes right now where powers that be maybe are making decisions too fast, too soon, too swiftly, and they may pay for it in the future. You may see that in your own life. You may have to deal with finding balance between, what you give to others and what you do for yourself, and becoming, in doing that, a better person, because you may learn to balance your decisions a little better and help others a little more. So Libra is more of a sign of balance. Libra is partner oriented, relationship oriented. So with the South Node in Libra, we're going to have those themes that we're kind of holding on to, where we want to partner up with others, and we want to, solve problems with the help of friends, with the help of others. So I just wrote a bunch of stuff down here. I kind of brainstormed earlier. So we might see themes of fairness, the justice system. We might see some changes there. We might see some stress there. We might see some great evolutions there. So we might see just a fight for fairness for others, because it's like ingrained in Lady Liberty and in the American way, I think, that we want to see fairness and justice for all. So I think for America especially, because that's where I live, so that's what I'm going to talk about, but for the world too, I think we're going to see universally themes of, okay, finding this balance between, am I going to conquer the world with a friend and with a group of people with me, or am I going to do it on my own? Because Aries will do it on their own. They don't care. I just wonder where this is going to take us, and I just hope that it is in a good place. But anytime I see Aries, I think of Mars, and anytime I think of Mars, I think of war. So I just hope there isn't increased aggression and anger and violence during this time. I mean, we've already been seeing some of the themes of Aries playing out in society with all this gun violence in America that we've been seeing lately. It's been really unfortunate. So I think that maybe learning, having some changes in our justice system and our legal system may change that for the best, for the better in the future here. So this transit will happen over a year and a half, and it will definitely mostly affect, you Aries and Libra placements out there. So whatever you have, Sun, Moon, your personal placements are more heavily hit by any transit, especially of the nodes of the moon. So, if you have your Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, in either of those signs, you might feel this transit the most. You might get a boost of energy. You might have fateful events happen. You might just see a whole shift in your very nature. And Taurus and Scorpio, you're gonna get off the hook here. You're gonna kind of have some time to relax and kind of reflect on what happened for you over the last year and a half. The other signs, I think we might just see collective, universal themes, as I explained so far in this video, just happening around us on the news, with our friends, with our families, and with those we love. And I'm just really hoping that we embrace the Libra theme of partnership, and love is actually part of, the seventh house that Libra rules. It's ruled by Venus, planet of love. Hopefully we can just see love, not war, peace, and not anger. I hope that this shift will actually see us a little bit more coming together a little bit more, and really fighting for what's right instead of our own selfish, mean desires as human beings. I think that we're all guilty of being a little selfish sometimes. So I think it's a good time to reflect on, for yourself personally, how can you give yourself some self-love without being too selfish? And then give that love to others that you care about as well. But don't give too much. Remember that you deserve love too. You deserve self-love and self-care. And I say that a lot, but it's very true. So that is all. I just wanted to say, what I thought was coming up here soon in the future with this shift. So it does take place, and I don't even know if I said that, July 17th. And, it's the same day as the new moon that's going to happen in Cancer. So I will do a separate video on that. And if you like this video, check out my Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube, well, this is my YouTube, hey, my TikTok, and like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you.